Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. All right, my people. So, couple of cricketing stories to look at in this one. Now, we see where West Indies Test wicketkeeper batsman Joshua Da Silva finished off 2023 as the wicketkeeper with the third most dismissal. Gonna talk on that. Plus, we're also gonna take a look at what former Australia player Steve Waugh had to say about quite a few players stepping away from Test cricket. He mentioned Nicholas Pooran, Jason Holder, and he also spoke about South Africa, saying that they are sending 7 uncapped players to go and play in New Zealand. And, something needs to be done. He was also saying that teams like Australia, England, and India, alongside the ICC, should step up and try to do something to protect the purest form of the game. So, going to dive into that. So, just give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. All right, so let us kick things off here with our Test wicketkeeper batsman Joshua Da Silva. Now, I am taking this stats here from the Sportsmax website, and they're just reminding us that Joshua Da Silva had a good year behind the stumps, that is. Right, he finished off 2023 with the third most dismissals as a Test wicketkeeper. Right, he ended with 31 dismissals in 6 matches. 31 dismissals in 6 matches. Now, there are a couple of players that are ahead of him. Now, Australian wicketkeeper Alex Carey, he played 13 matches. So you see the difference where Test is concerned. He played 13 matches and he had 54 dismissals, 44 catches and 10 stumpings. The rest of the top 5, Johnny Bairstow, 30 dismissals in 6 matches. New Zealand's Tom Blundell, 29 dismissals in 7 matches. Pakistan's Ahmed, 14 dismissals in 4 matches. So Joshua Da Silva there, my viewers and subscribers, coming in third on that list in 2023. So shout out to him. In those 31 dismissals, he had 29 catches and 2 stumpings. So Joshua going over into 2024, I am sure he will be looking to keep up the good work with the gloves and will also be looking to get some work done in front of the stumps with batting hand, obviously. We know he has the ability, so let us see how it will go for him starting in Australia. All right, talking about Australia, one of their famous sons of the soil, if you want to call it that, Steve Waugh. He was speaking about Test cricket, and he was saying that, much need to be done to protect the purest form of the game. He spoke about the West Indies team, right? Saying that the West Indies, they are sending a team to Australia. Well, the team is now in Australia. And when you look at it, there are quite a few uncapped players, 7 players. He spoke about Nicholas Pooran and Jason Holder. I am taking this from the Wisden website, by the way, saying that Nicholas Pooran is a Test batsman who doesn't play Test. So he's saying that Pooran has the ability to play Test cricket. He looks like somebody who would be good in the game, but he doesn't play, right? So that is what he's saying. Let me quote him exactly. Someone like someone like Nicholas Pooran is really a Test batsman who doesn't play Test, right? He went on to say Jason Holder, probably their best player, is not playing now, end quote. So, he's saying that something has to be done. He went on to speak about South Africa, saying that they are going to tour New Zealand, and they actually named a team with 7 uncapped players. They have someone captain in the team that hasn't played for South Africa before at that level. So, he was saying that, listen, he would advise the New Zealand team not to accept that series, because it is disrespectful that the South Africans are allowing their players to, the board is allowing the players to stay home in South Africa, the senior players that is, and play in their T20 league to make money and then send those guys there. He went on to say that he understands that players need to earn, and it is to a point now where the board cannot really control it. So teams like Australia, England, India, right, alongside the ICC, should find a way to save the purest form of the game. He was saying that they need to. He understands why players would go off and play T20 and T10, but what he doesn't understand is why is it that ICC is not trying to do anything about it. According to him, ICC alongside the top teams need to come up with a way to have a cap in terms of how much players will make playing test cricket. So I'm not sure how that would work, because we see that, I don't know, we see that teams not playing a lot. Some teams always going to play more games than some. So people going to look and say, well, they are playing 15 test matches. They are playing 12, 13 test matches for the year, and we can only play 4 or 5. So whichever way, if you even want to say put a cap on how much we can make, we're still not going to make what they are making, or we're not going to be able to maximize and thing. So I'm not sure if this is something that ICC can control. This would almost be like, I mean, FIFA and the different leagues, they have a better understanding, but this would almost be like you're asking FIFA to take full control, or come up with certain things to manage the clubs, Premier League, La Liga clubs, or whatever the case may be. So, it's tricky. It's extremely tricky. With so many leagues being offered, players are going to go around. You understand? And some of these leagues not really looking for quality. They just want people that can full a stadium because of the name that they would have made at the international level. But it's a delicate balance. Yesterday I did a video and I was sharing with you guys what Chris Gayle was saying. Chris Gayle was telling the players that they need to go and play. You understand? Well, they need to do what they have to do, because boards won't be loyal, and he would back any player. You understand? But the game, it's, as I said, it's a delicate balance. I understand why people would want to try and maximize from a career that is only going to span 15 years, the most. Some man going to retire at 35, and if they start playing international cricket at 20, 25, it's not a lot of time. When they finish at 35, they're going to still need to live. So people going to always do what is best, what they think is best for them. And on the flip side, being somebody that loves international cricket, I still want to see the cricket being played, you understand, at the international level, test cricket and thing. I spoke about even the youngsters that, talking about West Indies now, I spoke about the youngsters that, I think it was on a live show that we did, the youngsters coming up through the West Indies academy there, I'm not sure if CWI can put them on any sort of contract to say, listen, we are responsible for getting you ready. We're responsible for preparing you. This is a mini contract here, which states that, you have to play a certain percentage of games. But the problem with that is CWI only offer yearly contract. It's not like football or baseball where you put players under contract for like 5 years, 6 years. You understand? These are yearly contracts. So even if you have a man and you're bringing him up, understand? You're trying to get him ready for international cricket. If he has a breakout season and he signs a contract, it doesn't mean he's going to sign back the contract next year. But I'm sure you're gonna have a couple of guys that you might get a few wrong, but say you have 15 players in the academy. Say you identify like 4 of them, and so these guys we definitely think they're going to make it. Some you're going to lose. You understand? You just put probably, that is if you can get them to sign it. Most of them will sign knowing that they are 20. They're going to say, well, if I sign a 3-year contract, I'm going to be 23, 24. If it's a 3 or 4 year contract. So let me take it. Some of the players will take it. and then you hope that those players will move out of the academy level by a certain age and go into international cricket. Mark you, once they are out of that contract, they might not sign back anything, and go all over to play the different franchise cricket. But they need to try to find a way to get the players committed. And as I said, it's a delicate balance. People are always going to look to maximize their earnings. We sit and watch it, so we look at it from a passionate point of view and say that they should play for the country. They should use passion. But all of us go to work who is eligible to work, and we're not working out of passion. You understand? So the best thing I can say is these guys are getting brought up on the CWL, getting the benefits. So if they can identify a good 3-4 of them that they think definitely have world-class ability, then you try and tie them down to contract and see. And then again, the contract might not be in favor of the player, because you're going to look and say, well, I am not going to school. My parents not going to take care of me, so I have to take care of myself and my family. So should I sign this contract for 3-4 years, and then this is what I would be making, as to if I go and play franchise cricket, I can make this to support my family. So as I said, it's a delicate balance. We just have to watch and see how it will go, my people. We're going to leave this one right here for now, but we will definitely pick up at this topic in the near future. Big up.